Hey there, Cancer. It's Angela from Grounded Dreamers. Here we are in the middle of May, getting ready to do your reading for this part of the month, the second half of the month. And as I say on every video, I'm going to say it, I repeat it so much, but it's true that energy doesn't really know time. So I labeled this mid-May, I recorded it, just before mid-May, and you're viewing it maybe in mid-May and maybe not. So whenever it is that you view it, and you could view it now, and you could put a pin in it and view it in 6 months, and then it will maybe pertain to you more. Remember that the energy doesn't know timelines, but we as human beings, we function on those. So here we are, mid-May reading for you guys, Cancer. Okay, I pulled cards from an oracle deck that my mom gave me for Mother's Day, the butterfly based deck, which is beautiful. It's, butterflies represent transformation and shifting and, opening up into new levels of awareness. So that's kind of what this whole channel is all about anyway. So for you, Cancer, love the message. I pulled Be True to You. Yeah, I mean, we say this a lot, be your authentic self, make sure you're, moving organically and moving from what's right for you and what feels best. But as human beings, that gets clouded and a little bit of confusing sometimes when we're interacting with others and when others have expectations of us. And we believe that to fulfill those expectations, we have to sort of compromise who we are sometimes. And this guidance here is going to remind us that, even in some actions that may seem counter to our true self, our true self is always there, observing and guiding us if we choose to take heed of the messages that they're setting forth, that part of you is setting forth. So be true to you. This could be if you're in a situation where you're indecisive. I'm not sure, how I want to proceed here. Go back to you, back to the basics, back to, really what it boils down to is what feels best here for me. What feels like ease, or at least a semblance of ease, versus what feels like a lot of resistance and a lot of having to force things through, right? That's usually, obviously we know the ease is where we are being true to ourselves. Okay, I have your Zen cards ready here. So we're going to do a quick overview as it pertains to remaining true to yourself. Okay, we have starting point, internal energy, external, the key to moving forward, sort of the pivot card in the reading, and then this new level of awareness, a new way of being, a new, newly learned practices here. Okay, starting point for you as it pertains to be true to you is healing. So yeah, always making the decision to move in a fully aligned manner that's aligned with what is deep within you and in your soul has a healing effect. And it has an effect of maintaining that alignment, right? Here we have sort of body, mind, spirit, our gut, our heart, and our intuition, right? Our mental, our heart, and our soul. And we, keeping these aligned is more important than I think we give credit for. Well, a lot of times, and I think that, there's a lot of us human beings that we're really strong here in this mental part. I can think my way and logic my way through anything. I can make a spreadsheet, I can do a pro and cons list, and I can think my way through anything. But then how do I feel about it? Does that feel right? And if it does, then what's my next move? What does my gut say? What does my soul say? Right? So we have more than one aspect of ourselves working at all times when it comes to moving through decisions or, making the choices that we make. we don't always give credit to all three because one is more predominant, right? For me personally, it's usually my mind, my logic, and my strong, sense of thinking things through. I'm so proud of how I can think everything through, but then I forget, right? If I think this is the best way to do it, and then I take action and I execute something, it doesn't feel great all the time, right? So this is the process to remember. That's the internal balance that we're trying to achieve. Within you, it's wonderful because you have a sense of, yes, this is ideal. And I always want to sort of feel in the vicinity of this alignment. But I also know that life is a journey. It's a long, if that sun is depicting your destination, at any point, you could be at any part along this path, maybe not moving too quickly, maybe down dark into that valley and not being able to really see the end result anymore. But through it all, you're still going in the general direction, right? Their life is still taking on a sort of a journey of its own. And in those moments when we don't feel aligned and we feel, oh, I messed up, I didn't stay true to myself, forgive yourself, because there's more path to be traveled, right? There's more growth and more learning to come. So this is okay. Within you, you realize I don't have to achieve this all at once. I don't have to get there and maintain it 100% because there's fluctuation always, and there's always more path ahead. And if it's not in this physical body on this planet, there's more path ahead for us energetically and for our soul. So just continue to strive for that alignment, right? Strive to continue to be true to yourself. Okay, realizing that everything isn't all, right, it doesn't all have to be achieved right now, and that we have time and space and more road in order to do so. And then look at what shows up. This is within you, and this is external world, and it's helping you to remember to stay in the moment, right? That's kind of like the internal and external manifestation of that be true to you vibe, right? It's kind of all telling you the same thing. This figure walks along this river with his eyes closed. He's standing on a boulder, and he knows when he needs to take his next step, the next boulder will appear. It will be right there under his foot when he needs it. He doesn't have to open his eyes and see where the next boulder is. He trusts that I'm in this moment now, and in the next moment that I need support again, it will arrive and it will be there for me. This is a slowing down and a dialing in to your present moment, to your truth, right? It's okay. We don't have to achieve everything at once. We don't have to make all the decisions today, right? It's all okay. Okay. Moving forward, the pivot card here, the key to moving forward. Oh yeah, look at this one. This one looks a little bit dark and heavy, right? Past lives. Sometimes this could be your literal past lives, but I'm not reading that as that here. This is patterning. This is old patterns, old paths that you've taken, maybe old patterns of covering up your true self in order to fit in, or in order to be accepted by someone that you really want to be accepted by. Those old patternings can be left behind. They can be broken. And I think if you look to this first line again, and this healing energy, and remembering moment by moment, I can make new choices in each moment to where they sort of break old patterns. I don't have to shatter it all at once, but I can try one new decision this time, right? Like, say, it's like that path, like if you have a road that you take to work every day, you make the same left turn, the same right turn, well, maybe one day you want to, take a slightly different route, make 2 left turns instead of a right, or whatever the math of that is. I'm not sure in this moment, but do you know what I mean? It's like, I can just change it up a little bit and get a new result and feel a little bit fresher and a little cleaner about it. So it's tuning into some of those patterns that you've had as they pertain to remaining true to yourself, or not, right? Maybe covering some parts of yourself up, and attuning to those patterns and shifting something in it, making a slight change so that this healing moment to moment, you know, big picture, I'm making progress little by little kind of a vibe can continue, right? Without the burden of old patterns. Okay. And then your insight into this reading, or the outcome, the insight is this totality card. I love that. This is more of that moment to moment vibration, but really, really being in the zone. Like these acrobats, they have to be in the zone. If they're not only focused on their hands on that partner and their feet on that, you know, like if they're not only focused on their grip and their timing into the next swing, they'll all tumble down, right? One of them starts to think about, oh, what, you know, I'm going to go out after work and have a drink. Then they're all going down, right? So it's zoning in, really tuning in to staying true to yourself in every moment. And then look at what the other outcome is here, abundance. You get to fulfill, you get to feel the richness of your life that way. If you're staying true to yourself, then all the things you experience, you can acknowledge that you've created, even though we always create all of our experiences anyway, on an energetic, on a soul level. But, you know, by being really fully embodied in your life, you get to own everything you experience. And some of the experiences don't feel so good, but you get to own that too and say, you know, this didn't feel so good. I'm going to make a shift next time so it feels a little better, and then move on. That's what we mean by staying true to yourself. It's not an act of defiance or, you know, I'm going to speak out. It's not. It's an internal job. It's just an alignment within you, and listening to the messages that you receive from your intuition, from your inner being, from spirit, however you get those nudges as to what's right for you. That's what this card is about, right? It's not about any loud declarations of I'm going to be me. It's knowing it and then acting accordingly. And there's a quiet confidence to that movement that that I know you all have, Cancer. I know you do. Okay. All right. I think that will do it for now. I will see you guys again really soon. And thanks for being here. Like and subscribe and do all those things that you do to engage with my channel so we can keep it moving. Okay. Thanks. See you later.